go for a little adventure. Hey y'all, it's Lindsay, and today I'm going to take you through my fridge and freezers, and let's create a meal plan for this week. Alright, I felt like it was necessary to go dig through my freezers to find out what kind of things I need for this week's menu, and yeah, let's go for a little adventure through the freezers. Alrighty, here we have our upright freezer. So I know I'm going to need to pull out some of these tortillas. These are the Santa Fe Tortilla Company, and they are whole grain and flax tortilla wraps. They have only 5 net carbs per tortilla, and they've only got 3.5 grams of fat. So these make a good fuel pull option, and if you're careful with your fuel stacking, you can keep that a fuel pull, or you can make it an E or an S. So, and these are not like puristy. These are definitely a personal choice item. So I'll probably pull out some of those. I've got some broccoli and some zucchini sliced or shredded up here. I might want to make some zucchini fritters this week, or possibly make some zucchini muffins. Got a little bag of Brussels sprouts there. I've got some green beans here. We might need those. Chicken. I've got cheeseburger pie, and then the rest of those 3 are taco skillet flakes. So I might want to use up one of those this week. We've got some swordfish and ribs. Kielbasa, I might want to use that this week. Some chicken legs. I've got tons of ground beef, chicken wings. I've got tons of steak, and I've got an idea for that this week. I've got more chicken thighs. This is cubed up chicken breast. I've got some pork chops back here. I think those need to be used up because they're not vacuum sealed. More ground beef. These are tater tots from whenever my nieces and nephews came to visit over a year ago. I think it's about time to let those go. I've got some shredded pork, but that's vacuum sealed, so I think that one's fine. I've got some freezer crusts. I've got some chicken and rice soup for the girls for future illnesses, and then I've got some sloppy Joe mix down here, but that one looks like it's doing all right, so I won't use that up just yet. I've got more broccoli, and this is a Normandy blend that's impossible to see because clearly it's frosted over. I'm definitely going to want to use these peppers and onions. I don't know how many of those bags I'll use. And then this is some cauli rice. We'll definitely want to use some of that this week. I've got more peppers. I have a thing for like buying peppers at Sam's Club and then slicing them up and freezing them. I've got plenty of okra. You know, if you're a THMer, you've got plenty of okra. Lots of cauliflower as well. I've got some artichoke hearts here. I definitely want to get another box of some frozen spinach, some carrots, onions, green peppers, yeast, breast milk. So that's the deep freeze. Alrighty, inside freezer. Plenty of frozen fruit. I've got some black beans in here that need to be used up. I'll probably use this as a lunch type of a thing. I might put some of this on one of the low-carb wraps with some Greek yogurt and some no-fat Greek yogurt, and make kind of like an e-burrito maybe. That sounds good. I've got some sliced green onions. I've got some waffles for the girls back here. This is the Can-Do cereal. I'll link the recipe review in the iCards above so that y'all can see how this turned out. Plenty of fruit. These are S versions of a chocolate fudgesicle. We were making Jack. More broccoli, more Brussels sprouts, more fruit. This is for the girls for smoothies. These are French fries that we should probably let go because those have been in there for almost a year and a half. Got plenty of stock. Oh, I've got a lavash bread here. That's going to be handy. I've got a lot of stock. I've got some turkey. I've got some sausage patties and bacon and some salmon. And this is ice cream left over from the girls' birthday party. I probably need to let that go as well. More bags of fruit. I probably need to pick up some more butter. Some onions. That's a smoothie for the girls. And then our Jack up here. And I've got plenty of ginger. Onto the fridge. I've got 2 full almond milks here and a partial, so I think I'm good there. I've got some egg whites, milk for the girls. This is the Whoop Whoop soup, so we can definitely have that for some lunches and leftovers. This is a cheesecake that I made for Jared and I as a dessert. I've only got like 8 eggs left in here. Yeah, 8 eggs. Definitely need to buy a few dozen eggs. I've got to get some more cottage cheese. I don't think I have enough back there. We've got some veggie tray. I found that cutting up my vegetables and leaving them on like this kind of tray that I can easily set out makes it so much easier for us to get more fresh vegetables in. There's a Parmesan back there, and I've got some applesauce here that I need to use up. I like to buy it like this because I don't like to use a whole ton of applesauce, but whenever I'm baking little e-treats, it's, you know, usually calls for a 1/4 cup or less of applesauce, so I wind up not wasting as much with this. We definitely need more 000 yogurt. We've got some leftovers here. This is the focaccia bread. This is some tomatoes. We've got some lime chicken back there and some rice for the girls. Some onion in here. We need to cut up more apples. We've got salsa and some tomatoey things and some chopped up bell peppers back there. My strawberries are getting sad. We should probably either chop those up and make a jam out of those or let them go. We've got some salad, we've got plenty of romaine, and because we didn't make our pizza this week or this past week because we went out to eat for dinner, I've still got loads of mozzarella for this coming Friday for pizza night. We've got to use this cabbage, and I think I'll use that with that kielbasa. I've got some squash in here, some more romaine. I think that I'm really looking pretty good here for this coming week. And I've got some steak that needs to be sliced up. I've got some sausage that I could use for breakfast or a lunch, and some chicken that I've got an idea for there. So with all of that in mind and knowing what our schedule looks like this week, we've got our small group like usual. I'd really like to get some things cleared out of my freezer. So I'm gonna get you set up so you can see my planner. All right, so for this coming week, we're gonna make some chicken and steak fajitas. So I've got that steak in the bottom of the refrigerator and the chicken in the bottom of the refrigerator. I will likely pull out one more package of steak and one more package of chicken to make those, and that's where a lot of my bell peppers and onions will go. And then we might make some rice to go along with that, or somebody else might make rice. So that'll be small group. I want to use up that cheeseburger pie in the freezer, and I thought I've got those turnips in the bottom of my produce drawer, so I want to make those into a turnip gratin, and then we'll have some salad for our fresh vegetables. We need to use up those pork chops that are not vacuum packed, so we'll have some pork chops with apples. I'll make some cauli rice for me and Jared and plain rice for the girls, and we'll have some green beans, and I'd like to saute those in a skillet with some onions and butter. It's really good. Since this is going to be a lot of food for us, we're going to have leftovers, and I don't know what kind of leftovers we'll have from small group as well, so that'll be a good cleanup day. Friday night's our pizza night, so Jared and I will have fathead pizza. The girls will have the regular crust that I showed you in the deep freeze, and then we'll have salad, and I'm probably going to do those cheesecakes again. And then Saturday, I'm going to use up that head of cabbage and one of those kielbasa sausage links, so I'll do a cabbage sausage skillet thingy, where I think I wind up using avocado oil and a little bit of apple cider vinegar and some seasonings and such, and that turns out so good. And for the girls, they'll have plain rice, and Jared and I will have cauli rice. And then Sunday will be another leftovers day. For lunches this week, I've already baked up some bread for the girls. They really love my homemade bread, which I've got a recipe video on, so I'll link that in the iCards. And so they really love sandwiches on that. They really love ham cheese roll-ups, which are used on those low-carb tortillas that I showed you before. And Molly really likes the Joseph's pitas. She likes to do peanut butter jelly pita, which is non-traditional, I suppose, but she enjoys it and she likes to make it herself, so that's a positive. For me, I'm probably going to add in I don't like to have salad for lunch every day just because it gets monotonous to me, even if it's a different type of salad. So I'm probably going to have some of the Waldorf salad, some Waldorf salads a couple of days for this week to get some more solid meals in. That Wednesday, the pork chops with the apples and the green beans and such, that's going to be a crossover for me because it'll have the apples in it, and yet we're also going to be having, like, you know, the green beans are going to be cooked in butter, the cauli rice will be cooked in butter, and the pork chops themselves will probably have enough fat to be able to make it a full-blown crossover. But since I'm nursing, I'm not mad about it. But so I'll have some salads for lunch. I'll probably have some wraps for lunch as well. And then, you know, I do have that broccoli slaw in there and that pound of ground sausage. So I might make just like a sausage, and it's kind of like a version of egg roll in a bowl. So I might do that and have that for a lunch. So yeah, I think that I'm sitting pretty for the day, for this week's groceries. We are back from the grocery store. We use Walmart most frequently because there are only 2 grocery stores in town, and Walmart usually gives me the best bang for my buck. So I grabbed some more chicken breasts. I am going to be using some chicken for fajitas this week, but I also decided I wanted to go ahead and pre-grill up some chicken for salads and just kind of oven cook some chicken as well to make chicken salad. We eat this summer sausage like crazy. It is not the best for you, but we love it for a snack. I grabbed 3 club sodas because I've been making like a little bit of a flavored soda water type thing here that's been kind of interesting and kind of enjoyable. It's also really good if you make, it's kind of called Keto Aid, but it's kind of nice to have like a bubbly inside of that. It's just lime juice, apple cider vinegar, sweetener, and water. But if you add a little club soda to it, it's really good. I grabbed yellow corn tortillas and white corn tortillas for our small group fajitas this week. We needed some more rice to make some Spanish rice, so I grabbed jasmine rice because the girls love that. Back here I've got Fiesta blend for those fajitas. I use just generic butter whenever I'm baking. I use Kerrygold butter whenever we are smearing it onto stuff like toast for the girls, or any of the wonderful white blender bread for me, or just anything that requires a pat of butter to just eat. I prefer to use the Kerrygold, but when it's baking, I tend to use just whatever. I also grabbed 3 dozen eggs. The price of eggs came down this week, so I was very happy about that. We like these salted caramel 000 yogurts, so I grabbed 3 of those, and then I grabbed the 6-pack of the strawberry mixed berry, sour cream for the fajita night, more provolone cheese for the girls. The Chobani container changed up a little bit. I'm not sure when that happened, but this is really awesome for wonderful white blender bread or just a snack in general. More cottage cheese, again, for salads. The girls love these cuties, and so does Jared, so I grabbed another bag of those. Forgive me, the baby is crying in the background. We need to eat lunch. 1 head of cauliflower, 2 pounds of carrots, 2 limes, a package of celery hearts, 3 colorful peppers, 2 green bell peppers, package of tomatoes on the vine, and some avocado and cilantro. And this is for a pico de gallo and guacamole, again, to go with my fajitas. Lastly, I had to replace our immersion blender. It cracked, and it's been wonky ever since, so I grabbed one of these. I'm not sure if this is a good brand or not. We'll see. I needed more file folders for filing purposes. And then Lauren is starting to grow, so I wanted to go ahead and snag a couple of more sleepers. These are the 6 to 9 month, and they had them on clearance for $5 a pop, so I was pretty content with that price. And that's all that I got at Walmart today. I spent a total of $114.57. Forgive me for being so shaky. I am so hungry right now, as are the girls, hence the baby screaming. If you've stuck around this long, I appreciate you. I would love it if you would subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It makes me a little bit like lighthearted whenever I see that people are interested in what I have to share, and I really appreciate your time. And that's what I've got for you today, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.